What's up? What's up? What is going on, y'all? What's up on the ground? On the ground? On the ground? On the ground? What's going on? Anyways, it's freezing today. It is cold outside. I'm sitting in the car. You know what I'm saying? I got the heat on. Last night was crazy for me, bruh. I had a lot on my mind last night, y'all. I was going crazy, bruh. Let me tell y'all something. When I thought about it in the house a few minutes ago, before I stepped out, I had to get me some clothes on, take a shower, whatever, throw some clothes on. It's cold. When it's cold outside, I throw on my baby fat outfit, the sweater, because it's freezing out here. I don't know what this weather is trying to do, but it's freezing. But anyways, let me do something right quick. Let me say something. Honestly, somebody asked me on TikTok. They was like, Nika, you got the kids back? Nah, I don't have my kids back permanently. I don't. Honestly, I think my kid's father is trying to get custody of the children. Of his big kids anyway. But, that decision has to be between me and him in the court. But no, I don't have my kids back permanently. But, I do spend time with my children. I do have them on certain occasions. I don't know what the system trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to do is come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come up. Like, come up. Like, get out of this situation that I'm in. And move forward, like with my life. So I got to turn sideways because I'm putting this on my YouTube channel. But anyways, one thing I always say, a closed mouth will never get fed. And I'm not going to sit up here like I'm living the perfect life when I'm not. But I'm happy though. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with what's going on. Oh man, my mama just texted me back 2 minutes ago. Yeah, baby. Yup. Anyways, I ain't up to nothing, just sitting out in this car getting ready to go. I'm not cooking today. I cooked hamburgers last night. They ain't even eat. Now, let me tell y'all something that I put on my YouTube channel that everybody probably wondering why I said we don't have rats. I was doing something, and Naya was just joking with the kids about the rats in the house. I'm like, ain't no rats in here. She gonna tell me I'm looking at one. They was calling me a rat while I was doing my YouTube video. That's why they kept saying a rat in the house. They was trying to be funny, but people was like, oh, she probably got rats. No, that's just a joke. That ain't true. What is this Texas coming through? But anyways, I'm going back on TikTok, posting some videos, try to get my views up on there so I can try to get my people to come over to my YouTube channel. Because, y'all watching, but y'all really not watching, but I need to get them views to go up real quick. Because everything's starting to fall down in my lap. And y'all know what I mean when I say that. When I mean, like, stuff starting to fall down in my lap, it's like, I got to go out there and get a job, but I really don't have to go out here and get a job. But I'm going to have to. But I'm going to have to set up child care services for the children. Somebody was like, well, just put the baby daddy on child support. He's a deadbeat. He ain't been there for you when you needed him. The truth is, I said last night before I end my live was, they praise him more than they praise me. And I still walk around here with a smile on my face. I still walk around here like ain't shit going on. And I'm always laughing. And people are like, oh, she's not worried about her kids. She's not this and that and the third. Well, trust and believe me, I'm worried about my kids 100%. I can't always frown, y'all, when I'm going through something. I can't always sit up here and act like, I'm going to cry and bitter all the time. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know false allegations is false allegations, at the end of the day, it should never came to the point of them coming in my household, taking my children out of here without a court order anyway. But me being who I am, I had nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? When she did came out here to get the kids, to my understanding, the police told me, I remember everything like yesterday in 2022, like everything started hitting me. Like she was like, I'm just here for her safety. She wasn't here to remove my children. She was here for the safety of the caseworker because of something that happened, or Naya said or something like that. Other than that, they didn't have a court order to come out here and remove my children out of the home. And when everybody on social media try to act like, oh, well, it's Nika's fault why her kids get taken this and that and the third. No, let me tell you something. Turn my car because I don't got that much gas to be running it. Let me tell you something. It is not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I go out here. My hair ponytail is so damn high. I go out here and show my life to people, or just been out there just, being me. And my kids do things behind my back. I can't stop that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my ponytail is knocking the fucking top of my knocking the top of my car. left up here. Like, it's sitting right, but it's just knocking something in my hair. But anyways, god dang, you can't even move that bitch. Like I've been saying, I went on TikTok and went live and, you know, was showing my life, but I never thought it would have came to that point of people just going down there and just doing false allegations because they feel like it was necessary, because my you know, kids do things. Of course, allowed to pull up his shirt or do something like that. But other than that, I thank the Lord that, you know, things are changing for the better. It's not changing for the worse. It's changing for the better. And that, you know, the situation that CPS is doing right now with my children is not really the best, but it's, you know, it's working out. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to make myself better. And I hold myself for all my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I hold myself accountable for the things that I have done in my life, you know, but not with my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm grown. Like, if I want to go live, I want to go live. I want to have fun. But at the same time, too much of my information was out there on the internet. People had too much of my information out there on the internet. So that's the reason why a lot of people could go out there and call and say whatever. But at the end of the day, now it's just like I'm focusing on trying to move and trying to, you know, get things done for the sake of the kids, you know. I didn't talk to, let me be honest about the situation too as well, yo. I don't talk to my big kids at all. I don't get a chance to speak with them at all. I talk to the father. I talk to my kid's father. And when I talk to him, the conversation is like, well, you know, they doing good, blah, blah, blah. They still in school. I say, have you spoke with the caseworker? He says no. The caseworker has not came by the house or whatever. She has not checked up on them or whatever like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So make a long story short. And usually my oldest son, Papa, will go and try to reach out, you know, try to see if he could get in contact with them too as well. He said he couldn't get in contact with his brother in a while. So I don't know if they took his phone away from him or what they did. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be cold shoulder when it comes down to my children. Because when my kids was living in this house with me, you know what I'm saying, and their father wanted to talk to them or he wanted to come around, I will allow him to come around. I will allow him to come see his children. I never will stop him from seeing his kids. And at the end of the day, like I've been telling him on the phone, I don't care about your little girlfriend, your wife, or whoever you got. It's me and you. These are our children. We created these kids. This is our decision on what we do with our kids, even though y'all are staying in her, you are staying in her house with my children. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I got mad respect for him, mad respect for her. I don't go against nobody. Like that little conflict we had back in 2022 was because I couldn't reach out to him and talk to him about anything because of the fact that he wouldn't let me talk to my kids. Why I can't talk to my kids? Why I gotta wait till you say talk to my kids. When you want to talk to them, I let you talk to them. I know y'all remember, yo. I know y'all remember back in 2022. I was on live, bruh. And I sit up there and I said, watch he bring them kids home. Because we had just got off the phone because the kids was going with him for the weekend. He brought them kids back to me because they didn't have a bed for the kids to sleep on. They didn't have food in the house either. So he brought the kids all the way back down here. I know y'all remember that night on TikTok. I was on there. And he brought the kids back. And then he turned around and asked for gas money too. I said, you better ask your girlfriend because y'all don't want to bring the kids back. Now, this is another thing I thought about. I'm not bringing him down at all because of the fact that he got the kids, because he took the kids in his care when it needed to be done, not them going in foster care. But at the end of the day, I just get tired of people trying to praise him on what he's doing or what she's doing when they're not really seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you actually see videos and pictures, if I post them, y'all will be like, oh, Nika wasn't lying. She was telling the truth. My kids came back for Christmas. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like before, yeah, okay, they might walk around with big clothes on, but they clean. They might walk around with mishmash socks on. It's clean. But if you look at the big blue picture and you're a parent and you're taking care of your kids and they come to you and you see them like, well, damn, that's not how they was when they left home. So what makes them think that CPS feel like removing the kids out of home going to make it better for them? It makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? Because Kaya crying because she wants to be home. She don't want to go back. H.J. crying because he don't want to go back. I got two of my kids that's our daddy's babies, you know what I'm saying, which is Leah and Logic. They love their daddy. They rather be with their father. You know what I'm saying? I understand all that. That ain't nothing wrong with that. But the rest of my children wants to be home with mama. They want to be with me. But Leah, most definitely, I guess she want to be with her daddy. He's more lenient when she's not getting into stuff. But with me personally being a single mother out here raising my children, y'all, it is not easy. It's not hard either at the same time. When people on the outside trying to look in, they don't really understand the big blue picture and what's really going on. When things go on inside of my household, because I don't show everything, is they feel like I was discriminating on Leah. like treating her wrong or just not doing things right for her or not feeding her enough. And they felt like they just wanted to use that against me. Let me be honest with y'all about the whole situation before I get off this live. Samari is my world. Samari is my everything. That's my kid's father, first child from me. So at the end of the day, when you go around and you steal from your parents, when you go around and you lie about everything, when you go around and I bought you a phone and you on there talking to a grown man from an app that you don't even know, when you're doing things in the household that you're not supposed to be doing, that does not mean you does not love your child. You have to discipline your child and show them, the correct way of doing things in life. You can't let them walk around here and lead they self out there into the world. You got to lead them out into the world and let them know what's right and what's wrong. Because if you don't let them know what's right and wrong and they go out there in that world and they die, it's going to be on your conscience. Once your child get a certain age, you still got to teach them the correct way of life. That's the same thing I do with Naya. She's 18 now. You got to think about it. If me and Naya got a bond nobody can't break, that's with all my children. But at the end of the day, I raised this girl to be the woman that she is today. You know what I'm saying? I raised her to be who she is. This girl is very smart, intelligent, hardworking, strong, through everything she can do to provide for her family. You know what I'm saying? With her money that she's making for her business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to lead Samaria into the right path. I'm not leading her in the wrong path. I'm leading her in the right path. And I would never treat her like my mama treat me. It's just the fact that all the things that we go through behind closed doors, people does not see. They don't get whippings. I don't discipline my children like that because, of course, yes, CPS is involved. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Before CPS got involved, I never whipped my children. I would show videos on TikTok where I tell them pick up trash or do their chores or come and help with their baby diapers or come do something. And no, she does not listen. You know what I'm saying? You got that one hard-headed child that does not listen to what you have to say. But when you go out here on a platform called TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, and in YouTube and put your life out there, and people on the outside looking in think they know everything and really don't know shit. Because they like, oh, well, this is that, this going on, that going on, rape going on, this. How is this going on? And how is sexual abuse going on, physical abuse, or any harm going on with the children because what y'all see for a 30-minute video, a 60-second video, an hour video? And like I said, Samari is one of the sweetest girls in the world. You know what I'm saying? I love all my girls unconditional. But once you steal from me and once you do things and you start lingering off and being sneaky, I got to put my eagle down and put my Tim boot on it and stop it where it stands, because if I don't, she's going to wind up going out into that world thinking that's the right way to do things, and it's not. It's wrong. So I'll be trying to tell her father, when she was here on Christmas, she was here, we had an incident. Her daddy went and sat down on the couch or wherever he went. Samari walked out of my house. I said, oh, you don't do that. I said, you don't do that. And I told her dad, I said, you don't let her walk out of the house. I said, don't let her walk out of the house. And I told her, I said, let me tell you something, just because your daddy laying on that couch over there, waiting on y'all to open up y'all presents and stuff like that, you do not walk out of the house without letting me know that you're going out of the house. What is going on? He was like, oh, she do that at the house down in the country. I don't care. When she's home with me, she does not do that. She does not walk out of the house. And I told her, I said, don't do that. She got an attitude. She got an attitude. I said, no, I'm not going to even deal with it because I already know I'm on the paperwork. I'm going to let your daddy deal with it. But I said, when you come back home, my rules still stand. You're going to listen to what I have to say. So at the end of the day, I love all my girls unconditional. Kaya, she's very sweet. She's a helper. She help with anything. She might get an attitude and put on her mouth and everything like that. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's nothing but love in this household with me. I'm a single mom out here doing this and showing the world, you know what I'm saying? It may be a little bit easy, it may be hard. At the same time, you got to hold your head up high and thank the Lord that you are alive and breathing here with your children to be here to raise them, because of the way the world is going in now, the way the world going in now in 2023, everybody is dying, yo. Everybody is dying for something stupid, even the child killing parents and doing things. I don't want to be a parent that has my child feel like, oh, they can get everything they want at any time they feel like it's necessary. And when they can't get it, they get mad. That's like Kira and Isaiah. We went in the store. I said, don't pick up anything. Y'all don't need that. I said, let me just take y'all in the store and you get one item. They go in there, pick up 2 and 3 things. When I tell them to put it back, they go get mad and they want to poop. But when you're in the store nowadays in 2023, this generation is crazy. You can't pluck your child or pop your child in public because people want to go out and call CPS. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm a humble human being. I laugh about it until I get in the car, and then I fuss about it when I get inside the car. Like, y'all, I told y'all, if you're going to the store, don't put your hands on anything. Get one item and let's go. You got to discipline your kids. I mean, if you don't discipline them, when they go out into this world, they're not going to understand what the world is really about. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing as a mother. You know what I'm saying? Even from doing it from the internet, I'm doing this for the sake of my children. I'm doing this because when I'm gone, I already know I raised Pop and Night up to a extent where they understand the world. But my babies do not understand the world. They got a lot more growing to do. They learning from me. So I'm the teacher. I have to teach them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing as a parent. Teaching my children responsibility, because if I don't teach them the correct way of life, they're going to go out here in this world and feel like everything's supposed to be on a silver spoon. Everything's supposed to be given to them when they got to go out here and work for what they want. And that's all I'm doing as a parent. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about responsibility. And that's all I think about with my children. And I ain't coming up here to dwell up on everybody and talk to everybody about things. But at the same time, Faith, you're right about that. I really don't push my kids a lot to you know, like, to the extent to where, okay, well, let's say for instance, I had an incident with Isaiah. I said, I need you to get off the phone. I need you to politely get your stuff. This is how I talk to them while I'm on camera the same way. Get your stuff off the floor, put your shoes in the corner, put your dirty clothes in the basket, and then you get your phone back. He sat there. He didn't move. He stayed in the phone. So Naya, being a big sister, she got the phone from him. He started screaming and pouting and kicking his foot and doing this right here, like doing the stomp or whatever. I said, you know what? I'm not going to touch you, but I had to get that tone in my voice to make him realize I wasn't playing. So when I got that tone in my voice and I didn't touch him, that's when he got up, stomped through the house, and put his stuff in the dirty clothes, and then came back out. And then he asked for his phone. I gave him the phone, and then he sat down. He said, Mommy, I love you. Mommy, I love you. Mommy, I love you. Mommy, I love you. It's not the fact of me hitting them. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact of me talking to them, like pushing them, like out of my voice. Like I'm talking to them. I'm not pushing them away. I'm not beating on my children. I'm not hitting my children. I'm disciplining them through my mouth. I'm not using these. I'm not using a switch. I'm not using anything to whip my children. So I'm like, okay, you know, if this was back in my day and I didn't listen, my grandma would have got a switch, a extension cord, a belt, or whatever she could to tear our ass up. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because, you know, I done been whipped so many times as a kid. I don't want to see my kids crying. I don't want to see them whipped. And when they do cry, when they do cry because I do yell at them for what they did, I don't feel sorry about it. Because why I say I don't feel sorry is because you don't feel sorry when I tell you to get up and do your choice. And when I step out this door to go into a store to go get some items, you want something. You have to work for what you want. You have to go out here and then go and work for what you want, yo. You can't just sit up here and let these kids take over. And that's one thing I'm not doing with my children. I'm not going to allow them to feel like they can just take over me. Oh, I done healed from my childhood life. I've been healed. I done wrote 4 books, yo. I got 4 books out here. That first book that I wrote, it took everything out of me to open myself up to the world, let the world know who I am. I'm healed from my childhood life. I've been healed. It's just the fact that they ain't going. I just think about my childhood life as my grandma raising me. You know what I'm saying? What I think about like this, let me lean back on my seat a little bit when I say this right here. And let me be clear when I say this. On my childhood life, I see it as my grandma raising me. I didn't have a mother raising me. I had my grandma raising me. And it's totally different because I'm a mother. I'm not a grandmother. You know, a grandma is more stricter. And y'all, whoever got grandparents and they raising y'all or they already raised y'all already know grandparents are very strict. And my grandma was very strict. She wouldn't let nothing go through her fingers at all. Let nothing slip through the roof on her. You had to listen to her rules or you out the fucking door. I got put out when I was 19 pregnant with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't hold my childhood life to my life now with my children. I hold my mama responsible for not raising a beautiful young woman like I am today to be who I am today. Like not go out here and be afraid to tell my story on what I went through as a child and all the abuse and things I went through and how strong I am today to be here to take care of 10 children. That's the difference. You know, I think everybody like, oh, well, you need to heal from your child. I don't heal from my childhood life. It's a big difference when you out here in this world and you've been through what you've been through and you still manage to push out 10 fucking kids out of your vagina hole. Get out of here and shut the front door, bruh. I pushed out 10 kids. 10 kids, natural. 3 of them, no epidural. And I'm still to this day still standing with all 10 of them. You can't say I got my head down in the grass, dog. You can't say I got my head held down, got my head held high. And it gets hard. It gets very, very hard. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my story has been heard. People know my story. People know what happened to me. I done went on every fucking platform out here and put myself out there. Let the world know. You are not alone when you're going through something with your parents. If you've been raped, you've been abused, you've been beat on. You're not alone. Because I'm in that same situation. I've been there. You know, I'm a living testimony to tell my story to you guys, and I'm still living here today when my house caught on fire and I was left inside of that house burning. My grandma saved me. I'm a living testimony of everything I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it does not mean that my childhood life is scarring me because of the way I'm raising my children. Because if it was, my kids wouldn't have been standing right now. You know what I'm saying? They would have been somewhere not saying I love you 24/7 or not crying for me when I step outside in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just for a few seconds just to do a video. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's how I manage my kids and how I do things and how I deal with social media. And the way I deal with social media is it's a breakthrough. Sometimes people lean to social media for a breakthrough. Sometimes people lean to social media just to open up about certain things. And sometimes they don't open up. They just sit there and cry on camera. I don't share my tears on social media. I don't talk about everything on social media with my life, my children, and everything. At the end of the day, it's a survival. You know what I'm saying? It's a survival for me and my 10 children. And at the end of the day, I think about it like this. No, I do not have my children back permanently. I don't have them back permanently, but I'm putting this out there on the social media net. I got half of my children. I don't have all of them. I only got half. At the end of the day, the way CPS is working on this case without no court orders, I don't know, but I'm agreeing with them and doing everything they asked me to do. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to counseling, whatever they asked me to do to get my children back. And I'm not going to stop fighting for my children. I'm going to stand up for my rights and my innocence for my children to the day I die. I've been saying that since the time my children left. I'm going to stand up for my rights, my innocence, for my children until the day I die. I don't care what the world may think about me. At the end of the day, I will never be a mother that will sit up here and destroy my children's life. You know what I'm saying? By me going live on a TikTok and having fun, I never thought that it was going to cause all these allegations against me and get my kids taken out of the home because of the fact that they felt like it was necessary to remove the kids to do a 45 investigation. But when they did the 45 investigation, it went on and on and on and on and on. It is 2023. Where's my children? Where's my children? Still out here in the fucking world out here with their father. They're supposed to be home with their mother, not in the street. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get off this live. I got to run, get the kids something to eat. I know Isaiah and them was screaming for pizza. You know, they love pizza. So of course I'm about to head out and go get this pizza for them, whatever. I done hit up one of my beautiful sisters, dog. Like, I love this lady to death. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. What's up with the YouTube money, dog? Where it at? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't received my check yet, and I got to pay my fucking rent, dog. I'm like, where is the money? Like, I guess they running late or something, but anyways, I haven't collect my YouTube check yet. You know what I'm saying? I've been checking my balances, like, where is the money? Because I need to get this rent paid. But anyways, I haven't received nothing. Like, I'm looking like, okay, what's going on? I already see the money is pending. I guess it's going to come tomorrow. I don't know. But whatever we need to do because this rent got to be paid ASAP. My rent is not due until the 20th of each month. So in between the 20th, because the lady gave me like a grace period. So I told her, I said, well, I won't have the money until about the 20th. So she was like, okay, we'll set you for the 20th of each month to help you out. I got a badass landlord, dog. They was like, okay, we'll help you out. We'll give you to the 20th to get, the money in, even though it's due between the 1st and the 5th of each month. They work with me, because if not, shit, we wouldn't have nowhere to go. And I don't try to apply for housing. I don't try to apply for public housing. I don't try to go out here and apply for everything to support me and my children to put us somewhere. But at the end of the day, if I got to pay rent and do what I got to do, I'm going to look in the camera when I say this. It's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? For a mother, but I'm out here doing this. I got a roof over these kids' heads. They got lights. They got water. They got food. They got everything that they're supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? By my money, not the government. Even though I get EBT from the government, fine. Medicaid, fine. That's fine. But this rent and everything else has to be paid by me. So I'm out here doing this. And when I make these videos on YouTube, I need a lot of love and support to come through. Them views, they go up, they go down. But at the end of the day, 100%, support me, y'all. I need y'all to support me, because that YouTube money, it is not much, but that'll be enough to pay the rent with. I know that much. I know when they do come in to pay the rent and the light, that'll be enough for the rent and light. Then I have some money left over just to pay the, the water bill or whatever like that, car insurance. I don't even have half of the money to pay the car insurance and stuff like that, like loans and stuff that I have. I pay my main things out of my YouTube check when I do get it. It's like the rent, the light, the water, the house phone bill, the internet bill. I pay things like that. And then, whatever's left, Dollar Tree trips for the kids or whatever, and food. But other than that, I do what's necessary to take care of my family, and I'm doing that by the grace of God. And everything that I went through in my childhood life, I don't want nobody to keep saying, Nikki, you need to heal from that, because I don't need to heal from that. I've been healed from that a long time ago when I got out there and wrote that book, and my daughter sat there. We sat there for 4 or 5 hours in one night writing that book. And I mean, it took a long time to write that book. I ain't lying. And I did it the first time and posted it. I know I had a lot of errors, but I went back and correct everything. But my life is out there. So at the end of the day, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all later. I gotta get out here and get these kids dressed because they on their phones right now. Get them dressed, take them to get food, and head out the door for the day for them. I know they probably gonna want to go to Dollar Tree or whatever, but not today because we don't have the money for that today. We're gonna just go out and just get a pizza for them. They really don't eat when I cook, and I do cook every dang on night. When I say I'm not gonna cook, I do cook. And another thing, let me say before I get off this thing, I cook for my kids every night. Every night on TikTok. It ain't because I'm just on no app. And even before I got on TikTok, I would cook every night. I throw out more food than I have food in the house sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But when I reach out for help, it's meaning I really need help. We all go through the struggle. Nobody can say they perfect because we're not. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I try to tell people. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But I'm about to get off here and go get these kids dressed. We're going to head out for pizza. And I already got them dressed basically because I got up early and gave them baths and everything like that. You know, it takes a lot to be a mother. I ain't lying. And I do be up sometime at night with the baby, you know, with her crying and constantly teething. And it's a lot going on with me. But I still managed to get out here on my social media blog and let everybody know, you know, how I'm doing and what's really going on with us and how we dealing with things. And, you know, how, you know, a lot of parents out here don't have their kids to stay strong through what you're going through and hold your head up high and don't let that devil come in and step over and take over you. Because God got the last say so. And at the end of the day, I never did any harm to my children. And like I said, before I get off this ground, dog, only to the one respect me and my truth, I love you guys. And y'all always know Nika gonna be right here every day the Lord sent to get out here and put my story out there and let the world know I'm innocent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not guilty on anything that these people put out here on the false allegation on the internet about me and my children. I love my kids to death, do his part. That's a commitment, not a statement. See you guys later. Peace.